One thing for sure about Fire Lord Zuko is that he went through a whole lot. A turning point in his life was his Agni Kai with his father, then Fire Lord Ozai, which left him horribly marked for life. This and his banishment from the Fire Nation led him to a crazy search for the Avatar, who has been gone for 100 years now. The graphic novel Zuko's Story gives us a glimpse at Zuko's search before we even saw him in the series and reveals the origins of the Blue Spirit. In today's video, I will explain where the mask came from by going back to his life-changing meeting with the Red Spirit. Alright, let's do this. Zuko is by far one of my favorite characters in the entire Avatar franchise. And according to the number of views we get from Zuko-themed videos, I think you might like him as much as I do. Today, I want you to remember Book 1's 13th episode called The Blue Spirit. In this episode, Zhao becomes admiral and hires a group of archers called the Yuyan Archers. These skilled warriors are some of the best throughout the Fire Nation and can go undetected during a mission as they stalk their prey. Aang, while searching for medicine to cure Sokka and Katara, stumbled upon the group of elite archers, got caught, and then chained in a Fire Nation fortress. In the darkness outside of the Pohai stronghold, a masked stranger, all clad in black, waits patiently. The mysterious ninja-like figure known as the Blue Spirit and wielding two swords like a pro sneaks into the fortress, defeats some guards, and frees Aang from his chains. The two fight swarms of soldiers together while the Blue Spirit never uses any kind of elemental bending, logically making him a non-bender. As you know by now, the man behind the mask was Zuko trying to free the Avatar only to recapture him. While Zuko attacked Aang, the Airbender ended up getting away, leaving the Firebender angry, while hinting at the fact that his allegiance might have changed when he turned his back on the Fire Nation flag. Now, something feels rather weird about Zuko's mask. As we've seen throughout the franchise, the four nations are very color-coded. A blue mask would mean that the Blue Spirit would have been a waterbender, but that was not the case. According to showrunners Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, they used blue to fool us all. And in my case, it definitely worked. Another reason that this has nothing to do with the narrative itself is explained in the book Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Art of the Animated Series. While he researched masks from various East Asian cultures and first opted for red, Konietzko came to the conclusion that the red mask was kind of making Zuko look like, and I quote, an ancient Korean version of Spider-Man. And while I wouldn't mind seeing a firebending Spidey, that would have looked kinda weird on screen indeed. Now, let's turn to the graphic novel prequel that was created during the live-action version of Avatar, a film that should never have existed. Cut! There's a problem with the script. It says that there's a live-action version of Avatar, but that never happened. It never happened. No, it never happened. For today's second point, and last entry, I want to explore with you the graphic novel called The Last Airbender Prequel, Zuko's Story. Now, while it does not fully explore Zuko's life story, the book, written by David Roman and Alison Wilgus, starts an hour after Prince Zuko's Agni Kai with Fire Lord Ozai. Badly wounded, Zuko wears bandages around the left side of his face, which just got burned by his father. As if his permanent injury and the shame brought by losing wasn't enough, Azula comes to visit him to announce his banishment. This is where Zuko's insane quest to find the Avatar starts, but also where he will find an inspiring ally. While traveling to a Fire Nation colony, Zuko meets a firebender actor called Hong Shen, who doubles as a Robin Hood-type legend known by the locals as the Red Spirit. Just like Hood, Hong Shen steals from the rich to redistribute Fire Nation military rations to the poor. When the Red Spirit steals from Zuko, the banished prince realizes that the actor he saw on stage and the legend were one and the same. Now that Zuko knew Hong's secret, he confronted him and asked for his help in retrieving maps from Commander Kenku. As they headed towards their new mission, Hong gave Zuko the famous blue mask that he would also wear to free Aang. Not only did they find the map, but Hong had also agreed to take part in stealing the maps to free his son, who was being detained by Commander Kenku, who was trying to force Hong to join the military. Hong, who was highly critical of the Fire Nation, started to make Zuko realize how cruel his world was. And Zuko's distressed reaction revealed for a moment his softer side. In the end, Hong left Zuko two broadswords and the Blue Spirit was born. Not only did the Red Spirit inspire the Blue Spirit's look and weapon of choice, but Hong also refrained from using firebending while in disguise. Now, it's important to note that while Hong gave Zuko the swords, Zuzu has trained in the art of dual broadswords since he was a child. Just like Sokka learned with Swordmaster Piandao, Zuko went through the same rigorous training. If you think about the amazing redemption arc that Zuko experienced, and that he has made the twin broadswords his weapon of choice, in the end, he kind of became the Blue Spirit. Under our last video on thunderbending, user Vincent Cho thinks it'd be cool to have another show where the new avatar had to master all forms of subbending due to the loss of previous avatars. Now that's a pretty cool idea, Vincent. It would make for a fresh new journey for the new avatar. Oh, I am so pitching that in the next meeting.